Welcome to Fandom Night, the show that danced with the devil by the pale moonlight. I'm your host, Reploid Bill, William Bush, and let's go around.
Shane McCree, Proto Guy.
Scott Action Jackson.
Seth Lovell.
And Nick Bennett, Lone Paladin.
So, as recently we have done a Super Sentai history of uniforms, and it's actually getting pretty good reviews. I've been requested to keep this going, so
Your family does not count, Bill.
no, honestly, in a couple of the Power Rangers fan pages and whatnot that I got invited to, biggest fan page was when I found myself invited. Okay, this kind of ridiculous. I didn't know who he was. His name is like Jacob Frank. And I didn't realize till later that the dude I'd been talking to is the son of David Jason Frank.
You mean Jason David Frank?
Both. I know, lately I've done that. I've been putting the David because I've been having this conversation on his page where people are fighting over Jason or Tommy. And some of the people will be like, Jason. And I'll be like, okay. And then later they'll be like, not Austin. And I'll be like, oh, okay, listen. Either use the fictitious names or use the real names. So I got to a point where in order to make a reference, I just simply started calling him David. Because saying Jason was getting super complicated in this friggin' room.
Just do what everyone else does and just say JDF.
Yes. Some people use that. Some people weren't using that. They'd be like, Jason is the best. Green Ranger for life. And I'd be like,
what? Jason
I'm like, that is not right. Like, it was driving me crazy. So basically, I got myself into this habit of just calling him David to get what I was trying to say, because I'd say Jason or something like that, and people would be like, fuck yeah, Red Ranger! And I'd be like, God damn it!
Ranger, you fucks!
No! Losing my fucking mind.
Do? Stop that now!
So,
it's the Tuma! It's not the Tuma!
So that's the reason for my mistake here, where I keep making that his first name.
No, it's giving Bill an aneurysm. There's a difference.
That's true.
But to go back through this for a second, everybody remembers these guys.
Why?
Because
are you showing them again?
Full of awesome. These were the Go Rangers. These guys got a 2.5 after everything was said and done. Next on our list was JAKQ, the greatest Rangers ever.
No.
Yeah.
These guys got a 3.3.
Because they're epic as shit.
Full of victory.
The Joker.
I thought is he called Wildcard or a Joker? I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't seen the series.
He just looks like a Joker. He's cool.
Next was the greatest thing any of us have ever been witness to. Battle Fever J.
I will stab you in the face repeatedly with a large knife.
With the Pharaoh from Russia.
The
Russian Pharaoh landed them a 1.6.
So, I don't know if I mentioned it last time. I'm too sober for this, Bill.
Next we went to Denshi Sentai Dynaman.
Not to be confused with Danzabar from Evil Zone. Even
these guys pulled off a 2.24 because they look like that.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers they have the power of the D.
They are the D-Force.
They are the D-Force.
Shout out to Game Grumps. The D Club.
Yes, they have ascots and walk away from explosions, if everybody remembers.
Hey, cool guys don't look at explosions, damn it.
The next was Taiyo Sentai Sun Vulcan, which was a 2.5 Because of the Red Ranger.
There were only 3.
Because of the Red Ranger.
Red Ranger's the only reason they got
Sun
4.
Because he was filled with awesome.
Yeah,
and
the other
everybody
2
else
sucked.
was just kind of there.
Little sports rangers, whatever they are.
And then we got the Cirque du Rangers coming up. Yeah, those guys were great.
The last thing we did was our 1982, which was Dai Sentai Goggle V, the Baby Bib Rangers.
The baby bib.
The Baby Bib Cirque du Rangers. Stupid fucking...
And their Voltron Megazord.
Now that we have done our slight recap, it is time to move on to Kaguku Sentai Dynaman.
Not to be confused with Danzaman.
Wait, Dynaman?
Dynaman.
Oh boy, I think I know what's coming up.
What?
Yes, I know this.
Behold! Behold! The Baseball Rangers!
Wow. I've seen these guys.
They also bear a striking resemblance to Speed Racer.
Oh, I've seen these guys before.
Yes, they do. Look at the shirt. The original 1970s Speed
I
Racer.
don't care. Speed Racer was awesome.
Go Speed Racer!
This is not awesome.
Okay, so for those who don't know, the USA Network had a late night special that ran these kind of Rangers called Dynaman.
Dynaman. Yep.
And they did like some weird English dub on them, and it was hilarious.
Wait. When you say English dub, and it was hilarious, are we talking like...
And their weapons are better than Baby Bibs.
What, was it like Most Extreme Elimination Challenge dub, or was it like a pseudo attempt at a serious dub?
Okay. Pseudo attempt.
Damn it, because it would have been great if it would have been MXC.
He had the 2 swords.
Who wants to describe these Rangers? Who wants this radio? Tell them what these guys look like.
Not awesome.
Well, I mean, obviously you got different colors for...
You got pink, black, red, blue, and yellow.
And even the belt buckles are a little different colored for each of them.
Their gloves and boots are
same color.
Same colors that they are.
There's no special things about their gloves and boots.
They all have a racing stripe on the side of their pants.
And the front of their shirt.
And the Black Ranger
but the front of the shirt the front of the shirt it's more like the collar gets like a completely so like with the red one he's got the yellow and it goes like a stripe around the collar which connects to the stripe around the middle and then a tiny stripe around the end.
Who is the most awesome of said Speed Racer Rangers?
So we're gonna go with the Black Ranger. No, Black Ranger's got fucking boomerangs. He's got shit out of here.
No, I'm gonna give it weapon for yellow. That's the giant spiked balls.
What does attached to her wrists or his wrists? It's not his fists. His wrists have giant balls of spikes.
From what I saw,
what the hell
Pink
does a
Ranger
Pink
is
Ranger
the only
have?
female Ranger.
Is that a rapier?
I think it's a rapier.
It looks like a rapier.
I think the Pink Ranger got a rapier.
Weapon?
I think it's a rapier. Yeah.
And the Blue Ranger's got
throwy disc things.
Yeah,
is that like those chakra things that I used to like to go after? Chakrams.
I'm sorry, boomerangs are cool.
Hey, you know who else used chakrams?
If I'm not mistaken,
Xena, the warrior princess. That bitch killed people.
If I'm not mistaken, we sat down to watch an episode of Go Rangers, and you weren't very impressed with the boomerang.
This guy has 2.
Yeah,
it becomes more impressive because he doubled down on suck.
2 boomerangs, man.
2 suckerangs.
Suckerangs.
We'll have to watch it. We'll have to watch this series to see if he saves his name.
Actually, watch the English dub that I've seen.
Okay,
watch the English dub.
Here's my prediction. Not having seen this series, the Black Ranger gets wharfed a lot.
Wow.
By the way, if anyone missed our previous podcast, I'm pretty sure the term being wharfed has been mentioned a few times. Watch Star Trek The Next Generation. for being a Klingon, Worf still gets his ass kicked really easily every fight scene. Backhand, gone for the entire fight. Done.
I would like to point out that on top of the Red Ranger's head it says, IDR.
IDR. Which I think that's on all the helmets, though.
It is.
So, yeah. IDR.
So it's the IDR Rangers.
IDR.
With a D on his little chest thing, too.
Unless each one has a different letter instead of the R, which is a...
Doesn't look like
Yeah, they
No,
do.
it does,
I think it does.
Oh, dear God.
Only the Red Ranger is IDR.
Yeah, he's
Everybody else is 2-dur or 3-dur or 4-dur or 5-dur.
Oh, that's even better.
Actually, I want to know who has the 3 because that means he says Alder.
I'll-dur.
That might be the Black Ranger. That's why he gets Worfed so much. Alder.
Number 3 is the blue.
Huh?
Number 3 is blue.
So maybe they feel
he's
sorry
so
for
blue.
him.
Black Ranger is 2.
He's so blue.
Like the man group.
Whoever is 5-dur is 5 times the dur.
I think that's pink.
I think it is.
Even better.
5 times.
Now that we're making fun of these guys hardcore,
I give them a 1.5 because dur.
I believe they have one girl. It is the pink.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
that is the one.
That's the only one with boobs, Bill.
I don't know. Look at this right here.
I can't. Your fat head's in the way.
Nothing movable.
No, those are mechs.
From what
Those are the beginnings of man boobs.
Okay.
I know from what I saw, the Pink Ranger is the only female.
Okay.
Well, here's the easier way. Shane, look at their junk. We know you already are.
What would you like to rate these awesome guys here?
1.5 because dur. And the double blades of suck. Or double rings of suck.
Double rings of suck.
Oh, crap. I'm giving him a 1. F it. It's not worth my time.
Oh, are you doing the basic math for us?
Yes, I am.
Yay! I don't have to. I don't need silence. Hey, it's a running gag now. I don't give a shit. Scott, what you giving him?
I'll give it 2.5.
A 2.5.
Being generous, guy.
Well, he's also seen the English dub,
Well,
so
the
he's
funny
got some
dub.
humor. He's got some humor from it.
Yeah.
Mr. McCree of the Shane types.
I'll give it a 2.
A 2, because the double sucker rings.
Boomerangs.
I'm assuming it's because I dur. Okay, anyway, what's a Billman got?
They get a 1. These guys suck.
That sounds about right. So let's see.
Hey, they're still better than Baby Bib Ranger.
They really are.
They actually might end up being better than, well, I don't know.
No, because they get an exact 1.6.
That makes them better than the Baby Bib Rangers.
Hey,
who
they're,
actually
they're
got
tied with 1979.
They're
Nice.
tied with the Pharaoh Ranger. Because the Pharaoh Ranger got the 1.6.
Well, that's acceptable. Fuck it.
Next is a word that is difficult to say.
Oh, dear God.
Cloud.
It's like Chowdinshi Bioman.
Biomen. Do they got fucking lightsabers?
That's awesome if they do.
Do they have lightsabers?
If they do, they win.
Are we ready?
Let's do this
Yes,
shit.
do this.
They got
Oh
fucking lightsabers. Automatic 4.
Yep.
Done. No,
Done.
seriously. Automatic
Done.
4.
It's Star Wars Rangers.
It pretty much is.
This is what they look like.
That actually looks sweet.
Yeah, I'll give
Why
it
did
that.
we not get those Rangers?
They remind me slightly of the Space Rangers and something else. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's like...
Other than the fact that it looks like they're cyborgs, because like the little black...
Okay,
in the
but
helmet
first
has a
off, in
chip.
space, they were digital Rangers. They were not in space. The actual Sentai, they fought on the digital plane, which is why the chest had that, and they had like circuitry on their stuff.
On their stuff.
Seems legit,
And
but
their
still.
junk.
Yeah.
And their things.
And this one looks like both the yellow and pink are
Yep.
women.
They have yellow and pink female Rangers.
Which you can tell because of the way the outfits are cut. The guys have like boxers on.
Yes.
And the girls have
with a
panty
racing
type
stripe.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boxers with a racing stripe.
And that's just the way that the color cuts off on the legs.
Well,
And
not
I
to
would
mention
also
the fact
like to
of the way
point
that they're
out-
holding themselves.
I would
too.
also like to point out that these Biomen all come equipped with standard issue sports bras.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because the white on the chests.
Yep.
But they still look cool as shit.
This is their helmets. Okay, who wants this? Who wants to describe?
Well, the Green Ranger has a Tetris block on his face.
Well, who wants to describe what they are?
He's a T-block!
Describe these Rangers.
Well, they got a red, a green, a blue, a yellow, and a pink. They got like circuitry on their chest and little sports bra area.
Yes, they all wear wonderful sports bras.
They all have gender-specific colorings for their lower halves.
Yes, because like
Yeah.
you said, the guys wear
have
boxers.
and the girls have just plain old panties.
Yep.
Yeah.
The helmets... God, I'm trying to figure out how to explain the helmets.
I would also like to point out
They
that
got color-coded lightsabers.
all of them are wearing, like their stripes go up as if they were wearing hooker boots, every single Ranger.
Yep.
But the boots are still normal.
But they also got that strap on their gloves, too.
Yes. Elbow gloves.
Yeah, that's weird. But that's still
Princess
cool.
gloves while wearing a t-shirt and a sports bra.
You know, I don't care. They're getting a 4 because of lightsabers.
It should be pointed out, since everybody's talking about it, their weapons are lightsabers.
Like, no joke.
Color-coordinated lightsabers.
It's like, honestly, they're light swords.
So the
Yeah.
Red Ranger is a Sith.
He is a Sith.
It's
So
okay.
the Blue Ranger is a Guardian.
It's okay.
The
The
Yellow
Pink
Ranger
Ranger
is a Sentinel, and the Green Ranger is a Counselor.
and the Pink
So
Ranger
the-
came back from the dark side.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Specialty
The Pink
color.
Ranger is awfully close to a Mace
she,
Windu.
she goes
Yep.
she goes to the dark side once a month. Zing!
Wow!
Let the hate begin!
Wow!
Hey, if you knew my ex-wife as well as I had to, yeah.
Man! Shall I apologize to all female listeners?
No, because it's a Nick. They should know
Oh
better.
my god!
Hey, usually I do not, go that route.
No,
but
no.
Now
today
we're on-
I guess I'm
This
full
is
of
the
vinegar and I'm not
Now
pulling
we're on-
punches.
We're on to the helmets. Who wants to describe the helmets?
Again, Green Ranger has a T block.
Yes?
Red Ranger's got.
Out
It
of
looks
all,
like a square with
It's
a
a
I'll tell you
rectangle
something.
over
Out of
top.
all the helmets, the Red Rangers is the most lame one. Out of all,
Yeah,
of
it
them.
is.
Just
all
a
of them
square,
have
and it's
Yeah,
got a
one
square
plain
inside
one.
of it. There's a digital display inside of each helmet, too, which should be pointed out. There's a shape, which is kind of like the black area on the helmet, and then inside the shape is like a digital display.
Nick is digging the Green Rangers helmet.
I just think it's funny.
I like
Well,
the
yeah,
Yellow
'cause
Rangers
it's got the
helmet.
Tetris.
The
T-block.
yellow's got like a
It's
bear
got
claw or
yeah,
some shit on it.
she's
The Pink Ranger looks like she's got a second set of alien eyes.
Yeah.
It's kind of true, yeah.
And then
The blue.
the Blue Ranger has a pentagon
yeah.
with an upside down triangle in the center.
Well, but it's not exactly a pentagon.
No,
Because,
it's
like, the
5
top
points.
Is, well, but that's what I mean. The top is still rounded.
so he has the
It still
second
counts,
most lame
yeah.
helmet. So
Oh, and they still
Again.
have their standard mouthpieces, but they also look like they have a blast shield down in front of their eyes instead of a visor.
Yeah.
It's okay. They're just
because they're
arming the
wearing a helmet.
Hey, it's okay. They're just arming the Death Star laser. It's fine.
And it looks like they got some big
Soon
headsets on, too.
this battle station will be fully operational, and they can pull the trigger.
What year
Yeah.
was this released?
We are in 1985, I think.
They got fucking lightsabers. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was about right.
Their outfits look kind of cool, without being super derpy like Baby Blue
No,
Rangers.
this is 84. This is my birth Rangers. I got lightsaber Rangers.
Wait,
I don't want to
Which
know
is
what I
funny
get.
because you can see like the plastic black top on the Blue Rangers.
Scott, you were born in '79, right?
Yeah.
Did Did you get the Cool Rangers as a birth ranger?
We'll see.
Oh,
Dude, we're already past
Yeah,
79.
we're past 79.
I know, but
I'll go back. Hold on, right now.
Yeah,
Let's.
we'll
I
double
think
check.
wasn't
Just wait.
79 the Go Rangers?
We've got no. That's 75.
Okay.
so
But I think they ended in 79.
So yeah, you get the Go Rangers. You get the original guy.
I'll double check, but I think Go Rangers ended on 79.
I
Damn, Scott, you're old.
think
Yeah.
Hi. Good.
they get a 3.5
Because of lightsabers?
Yeah, they're the help, the like the Green Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, the Pink Ranger. They all
Who's your favorite then?
Yellow
So far,
Ranger.
you've picked it. You've picked a favorite in every one.
He said yellow.
Yellow
this
Ranger.
Yeah.
Why?
Are you sure you want to pick the Yellow
It's
Ranger?
a woman this time, okay?
Okay, but why?
Because he likes the yellow
I like
lightsaber.
the helmet is
The
cool.
bear claw.
Is the coolest helmet out of all
Yeah,
of them.
plus not to mention the fact that it does kind of look like there's like a fist in between the bear claw, kind of.
Yeah,
If you pay attention to it.
the helmet
right?
alone.
So yeah, I'll give him that the helmet looks cool, but
Okay.
What
But
do you say?
Shane,
What about me?
T-block
Which one do you like?
with some
Me?
line pieces.
amazingly the blue one, just because even though it's simple, it still at least has more of a design than fucking red.
Yeah, the red is lame-ish.
The red is- the red's
in
helmet.
this series, the red is the Derp Ranger.
Yeah.
Nobody has a bad suit. It should be pointed out. These
Yeah.
suits
It's
are
just a
well
shitty
done. I
helmet.
like
It's
the
the helmet.
suits.
Because the suit is pretty much the exact same thing, the only difference is color.
It's the helmet that's dragging certain people down.
Yeah.
And the Red Ranger got dragged down this time.
Yeah, it happens.
So yeah.
But yeah,
Scott,
Yeah, how about you, Gay?
I'll give it a solid 3.
Solid 3.
solid.
a tree.
Alright, I'm gonna go with the Shane Man. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Nick Man, oh yeah, Nick Man already said a 4.
Because
How about-
lightsabers.
Yeah, how about a Bill Guy?
I think these are the first real perfect basic design. I think they're 3.
Alright.
I think
I
this
think
is
this
the
might be
first
our
time that
highest.
they.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, this is going to be the highest
because
out of them this time.
Lightsabers really help
Lightsaber
out.
Rangers are cool.
oh yeah, especially since it's sitting at a 3.4.
It's the highest.
So 79.
Yeah, yeah.
79.
Oh, it's 79
Oh,
was
you got
1.6.
Pharaoh Ranger.
You got Pharaoh Ranger. Ah, you get benched.
You got screwed.
You got benched.
At least I didn't get the wild cards.
I would have loved to get the wild cards. At least I would have had cool Rangers.
Now, before we move to 85, I was asked a question. I was asked a question by Shane last night, and I plan to answer it. The first 3 seasons here of the Rangers, I'll explain to you where these came from. From what I've been talking with different people online, this is the way I understand it. Marvel co-produced with Toei Studios to create Spider-Man.
Okay.
They also co-produced the Go Rangers, JAKQ, and Battle Fever J. Battle Fever J, the reason it looks like this is because they're superheroes. But Toei still had a say in the design and the superhero aspect that they like, the Power Rangers and so forth, is why these guys ended up looking
So
Like,
different.
like
that.
this.
Like weak ass beautiful Joes.
Now, Marvel evidently made a comic book, Battle Fever J.
And that's
Yeah,
what those
and
guys look like.
Those
And Battle
guys look
Fever
cool.
J was done by Marvel. Now, there's a rumor that because Marvel was basically cut out around the time that these guys showed up, the Dynaman, and they started doing their own thing. Well, it's rumored that because Marvel assisted by giving Spider-Man, which helped the inspiration that birthed the Power Rangers, such as Spider-Man's awesome Megazord, and the fact that he fought giant monsters and things like that,
Spider-Mano!
the co-production is what helped set the basis for what would become Power Rangers. And as a thank you to Marvel, when Power Rangers finally came over here in America, they were given the comic book rights for the Mighty Morphin.
Oh,
Nice.
neat. So now we're on 85.
We are moving to 85, which was Dengeki Sentai Changeman. Changeman.
Changeman?
Yep,
It's
Changeman. And here
Sounds
we
like
go.
a terrible
Mega
Man
yeah,
boss.
That's what I was thinking too.
Are we ready?
Changeman, only defeated by Dollar Bill Man.
These are the Changemen.
Or maybe that's backwards.
What?
And I would also like to point out that they too have sports bras.
Yeah.
And the two females have the same cut. Now they look like they're in leotards.
Yes.
Let's point out that one is pink with white and one is white with pink.
Yeah,
That
the
is
White
the
Ranger's
Pink Ranger.
pink.
The Pink Ranger. That is the Pink Ranger. But for some reason, they didn't overgo pink. From what I've been told, that's the Pink Ranger. But for some reason,
Wait, the white one is called the Pink
no,
Ranger?
no, sorry, different show.
Oh.
I've been talking with a lot of different people. So yes,
Oh,
that's the
oh,
White
that's
Ranger,
cool.
But they inverted
Nice.
the two. Now, from what I understand, this
I like
show
the
has
helmets.
something to do with malefic creatures.
Mythical
Going with their
creatures.
helmets.
Yes.
Well, let's see. We've got the
Phoenix.
We've got a mermaid. We've
A
got
kraken?
Phoenix.
is the
Pink
pink.
Yeah.
Ranger
Pink
is the
Mermaid's
Phoenix.
the white.
The white is mermaid.
Pegasus is the blue.
Yeah.
Looks like
I'm
a griffin
thinking a
is the
griffin's
black.
black,
Yes.
and then
Can't
Griffin.
figure out what the
is that
is
supposed to
on
be a
the reds.
dragon?
I think it's a dragon.
That is a shitty looking dragon.
That's a bad
Yeah.
looking dragon, but
Kind of reminds me of a
Look
kraken.
at that picture. You can really see the sports bra taking effect.
especially yeah. Anyways,
So these old chicks?
No,
No,
they're
just
all
two of them.
dudes.
no, there's two chicks.
Those dudes have sports bras. It's still the same thing.
Hey, if it keeps their pecs in place, it works. There
See,
you go. Don't need
he's a
pecs
dragon.
jiggling around.
Yeah, he has to be.
Okay,
From
but
that
still,
picture,
that's
yeah.
pretty awesome.
I couldn't find a weapons picture.
The helmets are all pretty much the same, except for
Megazord's got a cannon on its.
They all have a visor that goes into a weird kind of ear circle area.
Yeah.
And then there's a line across the outer rims of the visor, which is usually a yellow. For all three guys, it's a yellow. But for the pink
girls,
and white, it's inverted depending on their color.
So for white, it's pink, and for pink, it's white.
And then each of them have a symbol of their creature on a yellow stripe that goes across their head to the back.
Except,
Or
of
pink
course,
and
for
white
pink and
for
white,
pink
which,
and
yeah.
white.
And then, well, I was talking about the creatures.
Yeah,
Then
but
there's
yeah.
a stripe.
yeah,
But
but pink
then
and white have
The
pink and
face
white.
masks are different, finally. There's no mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of a cover.
Straight flat with almost like a jawline guard type
Yep.
deal.
Mm-hmm. Gotta say it, they look
And
really
all of
good
them seem to be
for
wearing
being so simple.
Yeah, all of them seem to be wearing like a pin on their chest that all have like the same little symbol.
Yes.
I think there's something wrong with the Black Ranger in this.
Dude, he's crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Let's do this shit.
I will not.
He's gonna leap from tree to tree.
I don't think I can quite hate on these guys. I think their design is super simplistic, but I think it makes exactly what they are.
And
Even
so-
though
and the
I'm not,
helmets are cool.
I'm not 100% happy with the sports bra thing.
Yeah.
But
Bill, they were in a phase.
Yeah.
they
They
certainly
got
were.
over it.
I hope so.
It is,
And no, they didn't get over it because they showed up for the legendary war still wearing their sports bras.
No, I'm talking about the people in charge of the series.
Yeah.
Like, as the
In later
series
years,
goes
they
on,
fixed
like,
it. They realized that
No
the
other
men did
Rangers-
not need to be keeping their tits held up because they didn't have any. I've yet to see a fat ranger with tits. As soon as that happens, they might have to go back to the sports bra.
Seth, guess what?
It could have happened in the first one.
We're the Reploid Rangers.
Ah,
Get your
crap.
sports bra on, boy.
God damn it.
So, who
You
is
walked
your
into that
favorite?
Yeah, I know.
the white.
I actually think the white is the coolest.
Yes.
White is the coolest.
I just think
Yeah.
it's really neat and subtle. I'm not too happy with her being the mermaid, but I like her design.
could have probably come up with a better creature, but she could have been the Kraken. That would have been epic.
Get cracking.
Hey, at least I'm not the one that has to do the bad puns anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah! I got promoted.
Yay! High five!
Yeah!
Congratulations on the promotion.
I gotta say, I'm gonna give them a 4.
I will agree to that. I'm gonna give them a 4.
like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
So far, this seems to be like the best step they took.
I'm not happy with the sports bras either, but whatever. It's all right.
Plus, not to mention they still
however,
they gave
better.
them the pistol holster, which seemed to happen more and more later on.
Well, they all had pistols eventually.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But regardless, it's still better than Baby Bib Rangers.
Yeah, there's that.
I would rather see sports bras on the Rangers than baby bibs.
Well, come on, children.
At least they're trying to be athletic. And not goo-goo gaga all over the monsters.
I'd rather see neither one on them, but okay.
Well, hey, at least this way I know they're not going to try to drool and vomit all over me.
Shane, what's the score?
3.
3.
Scott.
Score.
Scott's going to be hating. I can look at him and see it. He's going to hate.
Bring the hate.
2.5.
I figured that one was coming.
Damn.
Some haterade over here. What you got, Bill?
Bill's going to bring the hate too. I
I
can see it. He's
No,
going to bring it.
I already feel where he's going. I'm probably wrong.
3.2. I think they're better than the last ones, but just barely.
Wow, yeah, because they got a 3.34.
Oh, slightly worse overall because Scott had haterade.
Damn it.
Well, that and because they lost the lightsabers.
People are beating.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lightsabers was a big plus
Big
for the other guys.
Plus, yeah.
It's like we went from lightsaber rangers to, yeah, we got pistols.
We are
whatever.
moving to 1986. Check that name out.
I can't read.
It's like
Shall she
Chashishai.
say?
Flashman.
say Flashman.
Just Flashman.
Oh, great. So now we're Mega Man 2. Yay.
Whoa,
That's
awesome
a big-ass
fucking
cannon.
That's a big ass cannon there.
I don't like the way they look as much.
Booyah!
I certainly hate them worse.
bra.
Yeah, they lost the sports bras, but
There you go, Shane.
they look absolutely ridiculous in
No
those
sports
poses.
bra. Maybe they would have benefit from a sports bra in this series.
Probably.
They look like they're dressed up for a wrestling match.
All right, so
Let's see.
pink and yellow are both female again because their
wear
leggings
panty
are different.
outlines.
Yep.
They're in leotards again.
Yep.
Yep.
Where
And the guys
are
have
wearing,
sunglasses. Oh, yeah.
Yes, all three guys look like they have epic shades on.
Yeah.
And the
girls have the
the pink
bubble
has like a
visor.
You know what?
Goggles.
Hold on a second. I gotta look up something real quick because I need to see what.
And
Did
what
the
year
Yellow
the
Ranger
Ranger
get
saw
screwed?
the other
sunglasses
girl
at
just
night came
the
out.
other
Oh,
girl
God.
just has a weird.
She's got the lamest visor.
Yeah, she
Yes.
has just like a bubble visor.
Who wants to describe these awesome guys?
I'm gonna leave that.
It's simple.
To Scott.
Nope,
Oh.
nope, not it.
Okay, fine then. They have, of course, your standard colors. Oh, God, no. Didn't see that shit a-coming. So you got the blue, the pink, the red, the yellow, the green. All right, cool. They all have a black stripe going down their sides and kind of cuts around, like, once again, like the T-shirt collar area for, like, the stitching and that. The helmets all have a splash of color on the top, but it's all white across the sides, except for it looks like a black or a silver where the ear holes are.
Yes.
Okay. The mouthpiece isn't there. It's still, exactly like how the other one was. It's a silver mouth plate
Yeah,
with the
silver.
white jaw.
Silver instead of the normal color.
Of course, the normal, white undertone for everything. The gloves, the boots, the belts, all that happy
The
bullshit.
in-betweens
The
on the
yeah,
arms.
The belt buckles look a little different on each one, though.
Yeah, I can't tell. It looks like the only ones we have are them backed up, so you can't see that.
Blue Ranger's
close, but-
gonna tiger claw attack you.
Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. No, actually, it looks like it's the exact same symbol.
No, I mean color-wise.
Oh, color? No, that might just be from the lighting.
Okay.
Which it looks almost like an M with like a little triangle on top kind of thingy.
Looks like a.
Where's that flash part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
not
and
really
you can't
good-
really see anything good on the helmet. The helmet might
The
be
helmet,
something
each
different.
one has a different symbol on it, but we can't tell what the hell it is.
Yeah. But the little button coin thing on their chest still seems to be about the exact same symbol for all of them.
Yes, I believe it is.
So, yeah.
No, it is the same symbol for all of them.
Okay, so then, yeah, the tops of the helmet pretty much determine what they get. Zord-wise, probably.
Yeah.
But it's hard to fucking see with the goddamn... So I hate group photos!
You know what? I'm just going to give them a 3. I mean, it could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse. It could be Pharaoh Kousoku Ranger. I'm going to bring that up every chance I get, especially because that's what you got bitched with.
Well, I don't know.
They get a 3 because of sunglasses. Those are cool. Actually, I'm going to give it a 1.5 only because of the sunglasses. And I saw the cannon. The picture that you had with the cannon looked cool.
Yeah, I was about to say, because the cannon looked bad as shit,
oh, yeah.
I'm going to give them a 2.
So you guys are hating on the sunglasses, but the cannon is saving it.
I give it a 3.
Because cannon and sunglasses.
Because bitches love cannons.
Yeah. True. It's true. Watch Hellsinger Bridge.
Bill, what you got, Bill guy?
2.
He's like, fuck it.
I don't like these guys.
I was the hater this time.
I think they would have benefited from the sports ball.
Wait, what's coming? Oh, yeah.
Hold on, we got the score. The score is a mighty whopping 2.3. So they went downward.
Yeah, but they're still better than Pharaoh Ranger.
Come on, those guys are better than the Go Ranger? No, Go Rangers are barely better than them. Go Rangers had a lot cooler costumes.
So let's see what Nick gets bitched with.
87.
Good old 80-fucking-7.
What?
Hikari Sentai Maskman. God damn it, what the hell's up with the men? Alright, these guys look freaking sweet.
I'll give, that.
Yes!
Holy shit.
I got awesome Rangers! I lucked out!
Yeah.
Yes! Oh my god, these people look sweet!
Fucking Red Ranger looks like goddamn 007.
How did we not get these guys?
007
What the?
sweet guy.
Check out the green.
Alright, I hate the Green Ranger.
Green Ranger blows instantly.
But everybody else is freaking epic.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Green
87 was a great year to be born.
Green took it down a level, though.
I'm going to ignore Green because that's the only picture Green is in.
He is the 6th Ranger.
Okay, he didn't start.
You've been asking me when the 6th Ranger started? I think it starts right here.
Nick, you get the first 6th
I think
Ranger,
this is
and
the
it's
first
dumpy.
6th Ranger.
It could be worse.
I would also
it could
like
be
to
Pharaoh Ranger.
I would also like to point out
Worse
that
than a fucking black vest?
I have not seen the series, but I think this is the first 6th.
Can I just say that looks a lot like the Gold Ranger that we had?
The helmet?
Who?
The Black Ranger.
The black does not look like
the helmet.
Gold Ranger.
No, the helmet.
The helmet. The helmet.
Chest piece, the helmet, it resembles the Gold Ranger that we had.
The Pharaoh Ranger, yeah.
I don't see that at all.
Well, in those, no. Go back to the one with the green.
The Gold Ranger was first introduced during O Ranger, and he had a type of hieroglyphic on his helmet.
Go back to that.
To the one with the
I'm
green
looking
on
at it. It looks like a bird to me.
From that
No, actually, it looks like the plus that one had.
That doesn't look like the Gold Ranger at all to me.
Yeah, it looks more like the cross.
So,
all their helmets.
I'm noticing
all
something.
the helmets are different.
The pink and yellow both have skirts again.
Red is my favorite this time.
Red is definitely the best.
He has that awesome eye visor. Like there's this boomerang thing above him, and he has these two spikes that come off.
They're
and then he's got, dude, they're awesome.
Let's see.
Blue Ranger got the diamond.
Let's see. So,
I like the blue.
Yellow gets a circle. Pink gets like an opal. If anyone knows what an opal looks like.
Yeah.
If you don't,
go to Google. Go Google that shit, damn it.
Blue gets a diamond. Red gets a boomerang looking thing, but it's awesome. black, it's very
black.
difficult to see.
It looks like
black
a bird.
on black.
It looks like a bird.
Yeah.
There's a tail and it goes up and it looks like a really terrible old hieroglyphic style bird.
I still like how they all look. It's awesome.
Yeah, they do look actually cool
Yeah.
this time, yeah.
They look freaking amazing.
All of them look cool except
yeah.
for the green.
Green Ranger's dumpy.
Green's the only one that looks dumpy.
So then, let's do the favorite.
Red.
Yeah, red.
Blue.
Because he's got a diamond.
Now,
Diamonds are a girl's
it
best
should
friend,
also be
Shane.
pointed out that the red and blue's visor system is almost exactly the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
The helmet is just barely different. And the costumes, who wants to describe the costumes?
Not it.
Not it.
Goes.
I will slap you for trying that shit. So, everybody pretty much has almost the same design except for Green. We're not going to talk about him.
Green has
Fuck
the
Green.
epic Doug Funny vest.
It's not the only problem.
Anyway.
Yeah. And the fact he's got a dumpy ass fucking brick for a goddamn belt buckle.
And the freaking helmet face.
He
Yeah, he has a
really
fucking
sticks
face
out.
on his
He looks
helmet.
like
He's got like a coin in the middle of his shit.
He looks like he was a couple years late to the
party? Yeah.
No, he looks like he was a couple years late to that
79.
Defense Force one.
Yeah.
You know what I think he looks like? I think he looks like he should have been the leader of Battle Fever J.
Yeah.
His mouth is exposed. It does that cut down just like I used. He's got the goggle eyes, the two separate
Yeah, the little
eyes.
bug eyes.
There's the weird thing in his forehead. He's wearing a Doug Funny vest, big giant belt buckle of friggin' rectangle, and his boots.
Maybe he's from space.
They look like weak knockoff wrestling boots, like cheap as shit. Like, here's a black boot. We're gonna put a little bit of some white leather on it. And go away.
He looks bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Everybody
he
else
probably
looks
doesn't
cool.
show up much.
You hope.
Because
Yeah.
all the other pictures you have, he is not in it.
It's true.
Yeah.
I only found one picture with him in it.
So that means he probably doesn't show up much. So he's probably an alien.
Unless somebody was being a smartass and just put his ass in there just because. It is the internet's.
That is true.
I also did not find a weapons thing. This was the closest I found, and I think they're all like
Swords?
rapier
Yeah, they're
type
all
swords.
almost like
or
mighty-
epes or whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say
epes.
it's almost like
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what they have.
EP.
yeah, it's almost like in Mighty Morphin when they have the swords and the guns because they have the swords and the guns.
No, Mighty Morphin,
No, the
they
swords
each had
or the
weapons
guns.
separate.
Yeah.
There was a
that's
little
right.
crystal that attached to the end of the gun, and then they would use that, and then they would pull the crystal and then lock the gun, spin it, and push the back, and it created the gun.
Those were more of daggers, not swords.
Still.
Not in Zoo Rangers. They are daggers, but they add this crystal onto the top of it, and it's decently. I mean, yeah, I guess you'd call it dagger, but I think they were a little longer than the dagger that showed up in the show.
Yeah.
I can't say that 100%, but I think they were a little bit longer
They
than the
might have
Green
just been
Ranger's
like
dagger.
short swords.
But like I said, they had that gem thing,
Yeah.
and I don't remember the gem in our series.
Yeah.
Like the little crystal extender thing.
So, to explain these suits, because well, I like.
Quickly, drink your coffee drinks now. You're gonna need caffeine for this.
Here,
Let
that
the
he
man
says,
talk.
he says your explanation is going to be boring, Shane.
The energy he had for that. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Get in there, guy. Explain this epic gear. These
Well, let Seth do it.
Okay,
I'm so
that's fine.
boring.
this
that's fine.
fresh gear here.
Well, let's see. All about their chests. They now have what looks like a
Boring.
5. Yeah. Kiss my ass. Oh wait, you will later. Anyway.
It
then
is
they
a
go-
5.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
They
one of
They
the-
have a
Yeah,
5.
you want to know why they all have 5s except for the Green Ranger? Because he doesn't belong.
Well-
One of these things just ain't like the other. One of these things should be dead.
With 5
Maybe he dies in the first episode, and
Maybe
all things are better.
Maybe they took this picture when they first got their powers, and they're like, "Let's go save the day," and then he dies, and they're like, "Let's continue."
When you guys actually
don't
watch,
be enough to get bitched right off the bat, so why not?
Yeah.
I am slowly trying to obtain the Super Sentai series, and when I get here, watch him be the most epic thing in their series.
He probably will be the
Watch him be
brokest
so
of all the everything.
awesome
He's gonna
and
be
look
broke
so
as a
bad.
because he looks so bad.
It'll probably be
It's like we
an
need to make
alien
up for
or
this
something
poor
like that.
bastard. Have epic skill.
If it's not an alien, I'm guessing it'd be like somebody from the past or something.
Yeah, probably.
Keep going. You
But
gotta
anyway,
describe-
so the boots all have the color on the side. There's a white stripe going up the middle. There's a white on the topper. Normal red coloring. The belts all have like this V thing. Like it still looks like your standard brick, but it's like bent into a V and then the belt.
Yeah.
They have like a white V across the top, like it's a fucking V-neck. And then after that, it's white down the arms with like an armband. Or like a wristband around their arm, but it's like a thick cut one, kind of, with the coloring on
it just looks like the end of the gauntlet, or the,
the end of the
gloves or
gloves,
gauntlets,
like it's
whatever.
a gauntlet, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one, yeah.
And we already described the helmets.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm going to give them
3.5.
I'm going to give them 4.5. I got to say, these are my favorite Rangers
I think
so
these
far.
guys are awesome looking.
Yeah.
This gets a 4. These are the coolest things we've seen so far.
Yeah, I'm giving them a 4 too. What you got, man?
I'll give it a 4.
This might have a solid 4.
Yeah, it does. That's a solid 4. So far they are winning.
You did the math and it came out a solid 4? That
You
doesn't
give it a
seem right.
3.5. I give it a 4.5.
Oh,
Yeah,
canceled
it
each other
balanced.
out. Cool. We will now be moving to 1988.
Hold on, wait. Let it be known, my year's Rangers, the best Rangers so far.
Seth,
Yeah, so
Seth,
far.
this is the year we were born, so ready? Watch it be shitty.
Shouju
Yep.
Sentai Liveman.
Oh, it's already going to be gay.
Say the name, Shane.
Choju Sentai Liveman.
Waiting for... Wow, the
Lion
Megazord
Yes.
looks weird.
If the Megazord is any indication,
We might get dumped on.
Wow,
Are we
that
ready?
screams Voltron.
are we
Yep.
ready,
we're
Shane?
screwed.
Yeah, I think we are.
Rangers.
Ah, you guys got sucked on.
Yeah,
The blue one's a chick.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
Kelly.
no, no,
Whoa, the blue one
it
is a
changes.
chick.
Yeah, the blue one.
And I found a weapons picture.
Oh, they
Blue one
poopy.
gets a bow. Green,
green
one gets the sucker rings.
There's only one girl in this group,
The
unless it
Yellow-
comes to America.
The yellow
Yeah.
gets a particle cannon, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that the Black Ranger has?
Some kind of bow.
No,
No, I think it's
a
double.
it's a double-ended blade.
It's double blade.
Yep, double
Yeah.
blade.
And then Red gets a...
It's kind of like
Sword.
Darth Maul's staff, only
Yeah, Red
blades.
gets the stereotypical power sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the helmets look like they're going to the animals.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. It's the animals.
And,
The blue
and
looks
their
like
chest.
Yeah, the
Their
blue
chest
looks-
indicates what animal they have.
Yeah.
So these might not suck as bad.
Let's see. Red has...
It looks
Some
like
bird.
a bird.
Phoenix,
It's either
I
a
believe.
Well,
phoenix-
the thing is...
No, it might be a
it's-
falcon.
Falcon?
It's got
Yeah.
like the ancient Aztec...
Okay, I have to.
drawn in the
wait, wait.
sand.
I've got to mention this.
Wait. This one has the black being a chick, though.
Oh, yeah, black and
crap.
yellow.
Black and yellow chick?
That's something weird with that picture. It's because it's not like that, and we've come
We're not
across
black and
this.
yellow.
We've
Okay.
come across this in
Yeah,
another
where it
episode.
could have
Oh.
changed during the series.
I want to point this out. If
Yeah,
the-
but
okay.
that's not an actual picture from the show either. I don't think. I think there's something weird about that picture because you don't see it on anything
Yeah,
else.
in any
It
of the
could
others,
be,
yeah.
but I don't know. I think that's some sort of weird
Okay.
digital mock-up.
Since I think we established that the Red Ranger is the Falcon. Obviously, the yellow's the bear.
No, that's a
yellow's
lion.
Lion.
Yellow's a
Sorry.
lion.
My bad.
Black is a bull.
The green is a rhino.
Yep. But blue is a fucking whale.
Is it?
Yes.
See, I thought that.
It's like a whale. It's either a whale
I'm not
or
gonna
a
lie.
dolphin. One of the two.
That's a
That's
dolphin.
a dolphin.
Okay.
Dolphin
Good. I was
Ranger.
wrong.
Yeah, this one you can see him real good. Dolphin Ranger.
Rhino Ranger.
Dude, it's a rhino.
Are you
the
fucking
first
serious?
rhino?
Now, are you trying to think that these guys are cool because these are your birthday Rangers?
They get 5.
Shane's trolling again.
So who wants to describe these suits?
They're all wearing
all
white
have-
pants, except for the White Ranger. I'm sorry, the Blue Ranger does have white pants with a skirt, with the blue at the very end of the skirt going around. Each of them have the color-coordinated boots and gloves.
There's a white V going pretty much almost all the way down to the belly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
from
in the
shoulders to about belly button.
And
It's a V.
in the middle of the V is their animal symbol.
Which yellow actually gets
Yellow's
full
a
color.
legit full color.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
else
at the
gets a
same
white
time-
outline of the
Well,
Kind of like a
That's what I
hieroglyphic
said.
type.
Yeah,
Well,
but at the same
the
time,
Red
though, the
Rangers-
yellow, the only reason why it looks colored is because you associate lion and yellow. You know what I mean? Like,
No, because she gets a lot of black and stuff in C.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at it.
Yeah, it's full
Yeah, look at
color.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
actually her
Orange in
symbol.
there.
Her symbol
Yeah.
is colored for some
His
reason.
symbol.
Yeah, his. Sorry.
Yeah, you flip past the one with
American
the skirt
problem.
again. Yeah.
But helmet-wise, the Black Ranger, since he's the bull, he's got the little horns coming out of the top of his helmet. The Red Ranger, since he's the, I'm assuming Falcon,
Bird.
he got the beak.
Yeah.
Which looks really ridiculous.
The Green
yeah,
Ranger
the way-
has the rhino horn on the front, the top part.
Honestly, my favorite Ranger out of this so far is probably the blue.
The Yellow Ranger has
Yellow.
the Yellow Ranger's helmet.
Looks a little bit like the saber-toothed tiger.
Looks
Yeah.
like that, yes.
Which is why I'm not liking it that
And
much.
sadly, the Blue Ranger's helmet is probably the lamest.
Now, the Blue Ranger
It is a dolphin,
looks,
but
looks like a dolphin.
Yeah.
it's lame.
Without having to pop up
Yeah.
with some ridiculous
sorry.
bullshit.
I
Yeah.
have to agree. I think the Blue Ranger helmet looks lame. There's nothing to it. Like the
Everybody
Rhino
else,
helmet-
the Rhino helmet is probably the next lame one.
Yes.
but
everybody
it still
has
has
there's a lot.
something.
Even
Yeah.
if it's over designed, there's still a whole lot of detail on the other three helmets.
The
And those
problem,
two
the one
guys
that has the
kinda got
most detail, in my opinion, is the Yellow Ranger this
Yeah.
time.
Now, I
Color-
will say, an over design, the red has the worst helmet, though.
Yeah.
It looks goofy.
Why do I want to think that he looks like...
He
the
does.
helmet-wise, he looks like Captain Falcon.
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I first
Yeah.
seen it.
Whereas
Oh,
That's what popped in my head.
Yeah, 'cause
I was
about to
thinking,
say,
Boo,
when
got
I
me
see him,
moves.
when I see him, I think if he would have colored
Honestly,
blue.
he looks like Blue Falcon.
Remember years ago there was the terrible Birdman cartoon?
Yeah.
Where he had the open face and the beak came
The
down
Blue
over his
Falcon,
eyes.
yeah.
No,
If
no,
you
Blue
colored
Falcon
him-
was the really bad one.
If you
Birdman
colored
didn't
him
have the
blue-
thing come down.
If
Yeah.
you colored him blue, he'd look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be the Blue Falcon, not Birdman. Birdman.
Yeah, but Birdman's getting his own movie.
Yeah.
that's true.
Kinda.
Michael
Kinda.
Keaton, and I've already seen him in the costume. It's really weird.
It's not
He
even
plays an
real
actor.
Birdman, though.
He plays an actor that plays Birdman.
But isn't that
Yeah.
one considered a different Birdman than the one that
It's
we
a different
know?
Birdman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Because
Harvey
I
Birdman
looked at it,
attorney
it's
at
not-
law.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Harvey Birdman.
First off, Harvey Birdman is copied off of the actual hero Birdman.
Yeah,
so
so
you're
that's the
referencing
joke.
something again.
Yeah, that's
But
that's the
his
joke,
outfit is 100% the Birdman outfit.
Yeah.
That's why he's Harvey Birdman.
Yeah.
When he got done being a hero, he became a lawyer.
I
Yeah.
know.
No, wait. What company's doing that movie?
I don't know.
Because I heard it was Disney.
Well, that would explain
And
stuff.
when I heard Disney was doing like a bird person, I thought maybe they were rebooting Condor Man.
I don't know. The only thing I know is that the yellow one's helmet kind of looks like from the movie. You know what I mean? Our movie.
Yeah.
It looks like the actual saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly, but you know what I mean, though.
The Black Ranger's helmet reminds me of another bull, but we're not even close to that Ranger yet when we get to that series.
The bullshit Ranger?
I was going to say that black helmet, if you took off the top horns, it kind of looked like another type of whale.
Killer whale?
Yeah,
Yeah,
killer whale.
yeah, killer whale.
Shamu?
Wood, yeah. If you took off the top horns.
You take off the horns, yeah, he looks like Shamu.
I don't know. Regardless, I'm
Or
giving this a
something with
3.5.
really big white eyes.
You know what? I'm going to agree with Seth. Shut up, Bill. Don't even say... You're lame, dude.
You're lame. This is your birthday Rangers, so you give him a look at.
No,
these
I'm
goofy
actually
looking
rating fairly.
motherfuckers. Look at their helmets.
They're not
Their
all.
helmets suck. Their weapons suck. Their inconsistent hieroglyphic to Aztec design to full picture symbols suck. Their white pants suck. Their racing belts suck. Their crappy normal ass boots with a silvery line suck. These guys.
Fine. How about a
suck.
2.5? How about 2.5? Fine.
Look at these boomerangs.
Those don't even look functional.
Those look as bad as the Go Ranger weapon.
Seth, don't let him break you down like
Actually,
that. Keep your conviction.
technically
Look
those
at the dolphin
the
bow.
boomerangs look more like the fucking boomerang that you get in goddamn Ocarina of Time.
The dolphin bow looks like it should have been used in a Little Mermaid movie.
And now, what's wrong with the Little Mermaid?
I'm not saying anything about Little
How
Mermaid.
about this?
But first off, the
Regardless,
Little
what you
Mermaid
got,
was
Dad?
in Power Rangers. It wouldn't quite be the same thing.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. It gets a 3.5.
You're wrong.
What you got, Scotty?
I'm giving it 3.5.
What the fuck is
Fucking
wrong
right.
with you guys?
It's all right. They
Look
get,
at these
you got, Nikolai?
guys.
they get a 2 because I like the blue.
What you got,
That's
Bill
it.
Man?
2.
Okay. Well, since I dropped mine down to a 2.5.
Good.
No.
I mean, the particle cannon doesn't even look like it would be able to be fired
They get a
properly.
2.7.
It looks like it should be a shoulder-mounted weapon. But you can't shoulder-mount it because the fucking handle goes right at the end or ass end of the weapon.
Last one of the day.
1989. I can't read it from here.
Koshuku
Kousoku Sentai Turbo Rangers.
Uh-oh.
This is not who you're thinking.
Rangers. Oh, wait.
Turbo Ranger was a completely different thing.
Turbo Robo High
We
Speed
had
Task
Turbo,
Force Turbo
they
Ranger.
had Turbo Rangers. And there they are.
Well, let's see. We got a pink and a yellow girl that went back to black, blue, and red for guys.
Well, light blue.
And whatever.
Well, I noticed something instantly about the Red Ranger.
What?
His belt buckle says GT.
Well, they are the Turbo Rangers. GT would make sense.
Yeah.
I think the Black Ranger just has a T. Yes.
Mr. T.
Yeah, a T.
Red's got the GT because he's the great Turbo.
Actually, no.
Oh.
Hold up. Go to a better.
Come on, let the
maybe.
blue just have the G.
Wait, the yellow has a... What was that? Go back.
I don't know. That's not.
Go
better.
back a picture, Bill. Or continue going forward pictures.
Look,
that works
dude,
too.
you're not going to see the belts. They're
Yeah, you
terrible.
kinda can.
Yeah, you
Well,
can-
The
no,
best, the
that
best
one-
thing
no,
you
that
got
one.
is this. What?
Helmets,
Look,
jackass.
we can actually see the belt for the yellow now, which is what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
It's a B
Yeah.
or an 8. I can't really
I
100%
think
tell.
if it's going to be letters, then it's probably a B, because the tops of the helmets all look like cars. So it might be like
She's
not
a
make and
Buick.
model. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Black Ranger's helmet is probably the
So
most
so the
design-
Red
has the most
Ranger,
design
the
on
Red
it.
Ranger's a Pontiac.
Yeah, he's a GT.
So if you look at all their helmets, the Blue Ranger and the Black Ranger got the most design, in my opinion. I mean, except for the yellow. The yellow's got a little bit, but Black Ranger, in my opinion, got
Black
the most.
Ranger's got the most design out of the helmet.
Yeah, I think the Red Ranger is.
Actually, looking at the cars, the Yellow Ranger might be B for Beetle. She got a bug convertible.
Oh, let's see. So they all have. Well, the guys all have just a standard jumpsuit type thing they've always had with the solid color, but they've got like a.
Actually,
Y.
Solid
actually,
colors
all
like
of
a
them.
Y.
Yeah, all of them looks like a Y for the solid white.
Yeah.
And then everything else is their, standard color.
All of them have a yellow on the side of that like Y shape. Is
All of them have a yellow trim, except for the yellow who has a black
Black,
trim
yep,
for obvious reasons.
So
They have their little badge.
Yeah, they got their little
very
badge
popular
things.
in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Badges and shit.
And then their white booties with the little yellow.
I noticed
trim
they
at the top.
traded the scarves for badges.
Yes.
Yeah,
I miss the scarf.
The ascots
The scarf would be perfect for these guys.
Gun holsters again.
Gotta go fast. Wear a scarf, especially now because of the new Sonic game coming out. Sonic Boom. Everybody's got a scarf.
And now
Everybody
you
has
just
a scarf.
made Scott sad.
I think
It's still better game than.
I don't know if
Sonic
we'll
06.
see a Ranger show without these guns anymore.
Yeah.
Like I think it's become fairly standard.
Well, didn't you say the Super Mega Force or whatever the hell the new one out is? They all have pistols and swords.
They have flintlock lasers.
Yeah, the pirate ones.
Dude, flintlock lasers are the
Really?
shit.
Hey, just don't get them wet.
Shit, dude.
You get them
Yeah,
wet.
don't get them wet because it ain't gonna fire.
Not only
to
is
mention
it
the
not
fact
gonna
that the
fire,
flintlock
it's gonna
pistol is
electrocute you.
unreliable as fuck anyway.
No, it's literally flintlock lasers. Think about this. You get it wet, it's not going to fire. If you try to fire it, it's going to electrocute you.
Yeah, exactly.
Double the fucked. But it's awesome.
They're pirates.
Exactly.
And the Red Ranger is Captain Morgan. With
No,
the
no,
coat.
no.
But not these guys.
No, these guys are not.
No,
These guys are lame.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
These guys
I'm
are
giving
like
them
basic.
a 3.3 because they were at least trying to do something unique with the helmets, and some of them were neat. Like
It's
the
a
Black
2.
Ranger's helmet was cool.
It gets a 2 because his belt, the Red Ranger's belt says GT, and the Black Ranger's got a T. Everyone else's belt buckle was stupid. Black
Who's your
Ranger's
favorite?
the Red Ranger GT, buddy.
I like the Black Ranger in this one because of the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet looks good.
That Black Ranger's helmet does look good, but
I think the T might be just for a truck or something.
truck.
Yeah, why not?
He's got the great truck. Black Ranger just gets a truck.
Anyway, I'm giving it a 2.5.
I'm going with a 2.5.
Willie?
What you got, Bill, man?
These guys get a 2.3.
What'd you give it, Nick?
Give it a 3.3.
They got a 2.52.
Yeah! Just continuously going downhill since 87.
All right, Shane.
They went downhill.
They went up. They went
down,
uphill,
then
then
up,
down, then up, then down, drastically down.
Oh, dude,
in
82 was a bad year. They hit rock bottom.
And then they doubled their score in 83. And they more than doubled their score. They almost tripled their score in 84. They went down a little bit in 85. They went down some more in 86. They almost doubled their score in 87. And then it just started plummeting again.
Okay.
87 is the best.
So who wants to do this this readout?
So,
The first is the Go Rangers.
Go Rangers get a 2.6.
Next.
Is the
Deck a card Ranger.
the Card Rangers.
That's what
They
I
get a
call
3.3.
Battle Fever J.
1.6 is
I know
not
everybody's
shit.
tone just went the same.
The Dynaman Rangers get a 2.24 because they were a lot better. The Sun Vulcan Rangers get a 2.5 because of the Red Ranger. Goggle V,
Ranger.
0.8. Get that shit out of my face.
Doesn't even get a
Bib Rangers.
doesn't even get a full point.
Those of you born in 82, sorry.
Your Rangers sucked. Sentai Dynaman Rangers
Dynaman.
get a 1.6. They were twice as good as Baby Bib Rangers. Because no more Baby Bibs. Bioman Rangers got a 3.4. A hell of a lot better.
Good job, Bill.
Yeah!
Changeman.
Changeman. A terrible, terrible boss. Mega Man got a 3.34.
That wasn't that much worse, actually.
Flashman. 2.3. The best Ranger so far.
Lightsaber
The
Rangers.
Maskman. The Maskman Rangers get a 4. Because they're the best.
Around.
Liveman Rangers of 1988 get a 2.7.
Yeah.
And then these shitty Turbo Rangers get a 2.52. Because they're shitty.
So we went through the 80s.
That has been our part 2 of the history of the Super Sentai Outfits. This will most definitely be doing a part 3.